Hi guys, it's Nancy here, and I'm back with another process video for you. And I've put my videos up slightly out of sync. I made this one before my Hey Little Magpie blog posts, and this actually took me 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is an incredibly long time for me. Normally my layouts take between 35 to 45 minutes, but I hadn't made a 12 by 12 page in probably about 5 weeks because I've been catching up on my project life, and then I'd done December daily. So it was a little bit of a mission. But what I decided to do was to break into a kit that I had, which is mainly the Goldie papers from 7 Paper. 7 Paper is of course a Studio Calico company, and I read some stuff recently about how they are not, like, Studio Calico are no longer under American Crafts, and they're not going to be doing 7 Paper anymore, and yeah, so I'm not really sure what's happening with them, but this kit had their Goldie papers in, which I really like because they're really nice and bright, vibrant colours. Also in this kit, there was some Heidi Swap ephemera and tags, and so I've put it all in my little embellishment tray, which I love, which is my Halloween tray, which has skulls on and is full of fake blood, which is so cool. But I'm finding that really useful to actually put die cuts in, because normally I store my die cuts in little tubs. I'm finding I'm reaching for them much more regularly now, which is a real positive because I want to use my stash. So I kind of like vaguely planned out what I wanted to do, and this is a photo that is in my December daily, but I want to include it within my Project Life album, because my Project Life album for 2015 includes 12 by 12 layouts as well as divider pages. Completely forgot what it was called then. So this is a picture of me and my niece and the Build-A-Bear that I bought her for her birthday. It was great. I'd kind of mentioned to her back in, I think it was May, about Build-A-Bear, and she really wanted one, and I said I'd get her one for her birthday. Her birthday is in December, so she's been looking forward to it for many, many months, and finally the day came around, and we travelled, it's about an hour, about an hour and a bit away, to go to a nearby city that had a Build-A-Bear. So it was an adventure, and we ended up getting her this Build-A-Bear called Heart, and she had great fun. We literally had to queue up to get in the shop, and then we had to queue up to get the bear made, and it was a bit of a mission, but it was well worth it to see her face and how excited she was. So I'm going to add a little bit of background now. I vaguely know where my layers are going. I really like this paper bit. It very much reminds me of Dear Lizzie, with the bows. I don't know why, it's just kind of what made me think of it. And I'm just adding my mist. I'm using gold and teal. This teal came in the kit. It's the Like Forever kit, which is a UK kit club. And yeah, so I decided to kind of try and use bits from this kit. I do really struggle sticking to a kit, but I tried. So I'm just pulled out my distress inks, and these are the Amy Tangerine stamps. I'm trying to use stamps more on my layouts. As you'll know, it's one of my kind of scrapping resolutions I made, is to use stamps more. And I'm just stamping off in the middle there where I know that it's going to be covered by the photo, because I want like second generation stamping, so it was slightly paler. So I've stamped the word lovely, and then I'm using the heart as well from the Amy Tangerine stamp set, and I believe that's the one that went with Finders Keepers. I do love her little wooden stamp sets. I'm not a huge fan of wooden stamps, but because I can't use them if I want to stamp them in one place, because I'm just so used to polymer stamps, but they kind of work when you're just doing background stamping. So I'm using some of the colour part pieces that I've there was a colour part sheet within the Goldie collection. That Hello tab is actually from the Wanderlust collection from Heidi Swap, which I used for a Hey Little Magpie blog post a while back. It's from that little embellishment pack. And again, I'd pulled that out and stuck it in my tray of bits because I thought I want to try and use it. And then these big tag pieces are all from that Heidi Swap die cut pack. I really love those tags. As you all know, I had a kind of a bit of a love affair with the tags from Heidi Swap, which I used for my blog post. Those Wanderlust ones, so I think tags are probably, and me, are going to continue on into 2016 because I really have enjoyed using them. That acetate piece is actually a bit left over from my December daily. I think it came from the Pink Paisley collection. But it was kind of, I thought, okay, that's a kind of, I put all my embellishments away because I took them out of my embellishment station, that makes me sound so posh. Took them out of there, and I thought, okay, no, that one can be used for bits that aren't Christmas. So yeah, that's what I did, and so I'm glad I've got that used up. And there's also gold foiling on that Hello tab, which is probably not showing up in the video, but that's foiled. So I'm going through the smaller die cuts that came in with that die cut, and just seeing if I can get any bits to work. I really love that yellow You Rock, or This Rocks, because I've got some yellow in that Fun Is Ahead piece, so I wanted to try and make sure I had yellow in other places in the layout, just to balance it out, and I cut that vellum tab up as well. So I'm just having to play around sticking out a few more little bits, because I always start with like quite a tight cluster and then it spreads across the whole page. So, but yeah, I'm just really enjoying using up these bits and pieces. Using my Quickie glue pen on these vellum pieces, I find that it works really well. To be fair, I don't mind using my ATG on because that doesn't show too much, but I find that Quickie glue pen is even better. This is a Pinkfresh Studio Christmas frame, and so I'm going to pull that out. And again, that's what I was saying, and of using not Christmassy bits in my other layout. So yeah, I like putting frames and splitting those up. I kind of missed when you used to get massive, like those massive frame packs. I haven't seen any in a couple of recent collections, so I may have to have a hunt through my stash and see if I've got any around. So now I am just trimming up this 7, because it was for her 7th birthday, and that is from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection. I had a kit of those whole papers, and yeah, I really wasn't sure. I really kind of struggled. I wasn't motivated to use it, but I have kind of mixed it in with this kit and some of my basic grey papers that I have left over from my blog post, Hey Little Magpie blog post this month, and I've actually really started to use it and use papers that I didn't think I was going to use as well. So that, again, is a real positive. I find just mixing it with other ones. I've kind of limited my supplies probably to 3 different kits, well, 3 different sets of stash over the last kind of probably about 10 or 11 layouts I've made. And that's just helped because it makes things just go a little bit quicker. So I'm going to do lots of fiddling around, and then realised I've covered up most of those lovely dinky hearts. So I'm just going to be stamping a few of those around. Annoyingly, the one that I stamp on that Hello card goes dodgy. Always the way. But yeah, I'm just stamping them around. And again, I just think it adds that texture to the background, which I'd mostly covered up. So I'm just covering up my photo because I'm going to bring back that mist again, because again I just want that over the top of the different layers and things. That just helps kind of set a, just helps it be kind of more cohesive. Within the collection we also got the washi strips, and I actually really like them. I was a little bit like, what's the point, you don't get enough of it. But actually this one you got four sheets, so you got 4 of each. And I actually found that was enough to make use it on a page. I've also used some within my planner as well, and I said that was just enough. Do you know what I mean? It was enough that I had to do something with. So I was a little bit like, I don't know if I want to get them, but actually I'm glad I did. So I'm just pulling out the Maggie Holmes Shine sticker sheet, and this was say from a previous kit. And again, I'm just using a few of those bits to just stick around there. I'm going to end up altering that bottom cluster a little bit. We then did get some alphas within the kit. They were the thicker DIY ones, which I'm not a huge fan of. I've had them in the past. I find that the chipboard and the fabric come apart really easily, and yeah, I don't really like how they take colour. So I have used them, but I said they're really not my favourite. So I'm just going through a stash of some more recent alphas. I have alphas all over the place. I really need to sort them out. But I end up pulling out this one, which I got a long time ago. I think maybe that came in a like a rack that I got when we went away on a crafting retreat, I think. I don't know. I know I've had it in my stash for a while. And I kind of like it because it's more of a sort of whimsical, childish sort of font. And as this is a layout about my niece, I kind of thought that worked quite well. So, as I always do, I go through sticking them on my hands, and then working out where I want to put them on my layout. I'm going to end up moving one of those bits because it just doesn't fit right. So, kind of just moving bits around and trying to work out where I put that sticker. And I decided to pop it over there for now. And then bringing these October afternoon mini markets. These are from the recent, more sort of piratey themed one. I saw Jo, who was on the Hey Little Magpie blog team with me. She'd used them in one of her blog posts in her her Project Life. And they're a really nice colour, so I decided that I needed them as well. So I bought them to put in my stash. So I'm just adding the date there. And now I kind of dumped them on there, and now I'm kind of using my beloved pokey tool to put the title down. So the adventure for a special bear, and then I'm going to put called Heart, because that's what she ended up naming him. Her, I think it was a, yes, it was a her, because it was white with beautiful multicoloured hearts on, and she chose him. I really liked it because I was like, oh, I don't want her to get one that's a bit ugly, but she didn't. She got a lovely one. So I'm just putting that down there, which is called Heart, and that kind of just finishes off. I've got some space to do the journaling on that happy, funny, silly, crazy tab, and that's just going to be enough, I think, just to conclude the journaling I want, because I've written much more about it within the December daily. And as the December part of my Project Life album is going to be quite thin because most of it is in the separate album, that's fine. I think you'll probably, you'll be able to find that story elsewhere. I've just added a few of these 7 paper ones that I had. I've had them in my stash for a while, these little hearts. I really love them. I may have to see if I can find some more because they're just really cute, the little small sizes. Just added a few of them around the page. Again, I think that kind of finished it up quite nicely. This is where I'm kind of not happy with the weird gap at this bottom bit where it says memories. There's a weird gap, and I didn't like it. I wasn't connected enough. I do like everything to kind of be more connected. That seemed to float a little bit. So I pulled out this piece, which I've spoken about before. These are from the Becky Higgins Project Life app. It was one of the travel theme cards, and I have what I've done in the past where I've printed photos and made collages in her app. If there's some spare pockets as such, digital pockets that I'm not using, I just put one of the filler cards in, because then I print them out and I can use them as embellishments. And I really like that, and I think it's a good way to maybe get some cards that you wouldn't buy, but you maybe wanted, because it works out cheaper, so just to print them out digitally. It works for me, so, and I just wanted to add that camera down there, because me and my niece are known for taking silly selfies. So I'm just going to work out where I want to put this, because I want that camera down there, and then that memories tab, and I do end up just shifting these around a little bit. And I'm much happier with how that looks, just because it would say it was a little bit odd. So that is really it. I'm just going to mount it up on this dark grey cardstock, and that's really going to be it for this out. So this took me a long time because I hadn't scrapbooked in such a while, but I'm really happy with how it came out, and I then got on a roll, and I think I've made about 11 or 12 layouts in the last 2 days. So I'll be sharing them with you all very soon. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll speak to you all again very soon. Bye!